Hey you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at some beautiful eyeshadow pigments, loose pigments, and this is from an indie brand called SIGIL Inspired. This is not so well known, to be honest, even on Instagram. It's let me quickly tell you guys the followers and the number of following this brand has, because this is based out of Moscow, Russia, and they're not that well known on social media. So I just got to know of this brand by an Instagrammer who goes by the handle Angela Mary Tanner. She was raving about these pigments and she just likes pigments in general, just like me. So she was raving about these pigments and I checked them out. So the brand's name is SIGIL Inspired, and I think the brand goes by the name TAMMY TANUKA, who is the founder maybe of the brand, and that's the handle of name, or the handle Instagram handle of the brand on Instagram. So they have like 4,380 posts and they have 63.2 thousand followers, and then they have 214 following. So they post almost every day, you guys, and the posting look very legitimate and very professional. And I think people from Russia, I think the Russian customers, they have a lot of Russian customers, looks like it, because I see so many different looks online, and I mean, the entire brand looks very legitimate. The swatches is really good, very true to color. They don't Photoshop it too much. So I kind of followed and stalked the brand for a while, and then I placed the order. So this is my first ever order from them, and since it is coming from Moscow and these are handmade, so it is coming from Moscow, so it's a long way, you know, it's obvious it's a long way. So I placed my order on September 21st, and then I got my shipping notification on September 26th. So had to wait for a few business days, not that long at all. So but for the package to get to me, it took easily 3 weeks, I think, easily 2 to 3 weeks. But the shipping was, I mean, it was properly updated as to where the package is and every day. So it was a good business transaction, you know, between me and SIGIL Inspired. I did not have any problems, hassles, or anything with the shipping or any kind of there was no lack of communication at all. Everything was properly updated online, so you can so I was just waiting for the products to get to me because I was really excited about them. So yeah, that's just my overview about my business transaction with the brand. As a consumer, ordering was perfectly easy. Oh, by the way, very important information. Now, SIGIL Inspired does have a Russian website. I think that's probably for the Russian customers, but for the English speaking consumers, they do have a store on Etsy. So that's where I ordered from. So if you just type in TAMMY TANUKA online, I will link their Instagram handle, or just their link to the Instagram page down below in the description box, and their Etsy store as well down in the description box. So you can just go on to their Etsy store, and there are so many, guys, hundreds of pigments. I'm telling you, so many pigments, and they're all like professionally photographed, and they do have swatches on the eyes, how they look applied. And also they don't really have swatches, arm swatches, but they do you know how the trend is now to apply the swatches on your fingers, just on your fingers, and just show, and they just photograph it, right? So that's how they photograph the pigments in the little jar, and also on the fingers, and also applied on the eyes. So they do have photographs of all the pigments, every single one, at least as far as the ones I saw, they have pictures. And it's a very consumer friendly store, Etsy store. It's pretty damn good. It doesn't look shady or anything. It's very legitimate, honestly, and my transaction with them was very good. And yeah, let's get into swatches, and I'll tell you guys about how they performed on the eyes and everything. So they do have one kind of pigments that you can either buy 1 gram of product, or 2 grams of product. And then there's another kind of pigment which is more on the expensive side. I did not get the expensive ones. Now the regular pigments, if you want to buy 1 gram of that, I think it retails for $4, and then for 2 grams I think $7. Yeah, so all of the pigments that I have here are all 2 grams of product, so they are the full size. And then the expensive ones, I think they don't come in 2 different sizes. There's only one standard size. I don't know how much you get in that, but it retails for $12. So that's on the little expensive side. I think probably because they are duochrome or multi-chrome. I did not pick those up. I just picked the regular pigments that where you have the option of buying either 1 gram, that is $4, and then 2 grams, which is $7. Now the shipping is expensive. So I think for every single 2 gram pigment, I think it's $5. Yeah. So still it's, I don't know, when I compare with inglot pigments, which I absolutely love, it's still not as expensive as inglot pigments, the ones that I buy here in the States very easily from Macy's or Inglot store. Still, these are a little bit expensive with the $7 price tag and the $5 shipping. So the shipping, the $5 shipping is with every single pigment you add. I mean, you pay extra $5. So there's that. It's like very overwhelming, but if you really think about it, if you end up liking these pigments, and if you like pigments in general, I feel this is still a very cost-effective option when you compare it to inglot, because inglot pigments are what, 21 or 22. They're definitely minimum of $20. That is before tax. So yeah, what else that I wanted to say? Yeah, I think that's it. So let's get into swatches. Now all of the pigments, since they are from Moscow, it's all in Russian. So I have 8, wait, not 8, I have 7 with me. So I kind of know the colors because I researched the colors really long before I got them, because I'm paying $5 each for these to get to me. So I kind of know which ones are which because I researched the colors and the names corresponding to the colors. So yeah, but I think on the Etsy store they all have their corresponding English names, but in the actual product it's in Russian. So you'd have to figure it out on your own which color is which. So there's that problem, I think. And this is the packaging. I'm very impressed with the packaging, you guys. I recently got loose pigments from Dawn Eye Cosmetics. I don't think I spoke about the packaging. You know, it's your regular packaging, but it's a very flimsy packaging, and those are $20 each. Quite expensive. Those are $20, I think. And these they have like a good sturdy packaging. It's not like as good as inglot. They have inglot packaging is really like a very thick plastic, but this is not as thick as inglot, I would say, but it's pretty thick. Do you see the thickness? And it has this kind of embossing. It looks like a lady with a girl with a crown. Honestly, it looks like an Indian goddess. But I don't know what's the inspiration behind this picture. So it has this embossing, and the packaging is actually quite good. Good packaging for a loose pigment, you know. I don't think these will crack that easily. So yeah, and let's swatch this. This is actually called the Matriarch. Since these are loose, I decided to use so I wanted to like wet my brush a little bit. My arms are not primed or anything, but I just want to wet my brush a little bit to just give you guys an idea. You know, you could use them dry over like an eyeshadow primer, definitely, but only when you wet your brush they just get extremely reflective. So and if you just use them dry, it's a little difficult to see the color and the shift in a video. And in fact, even in person, if you just apply it, it kind of looks sheer and very kind of toned down. So if you really want to get the highest impact, you have to wet your brush. So I just wanted to show you guys how it looks when you wet your brush. My arm is not primed or anything. So this is Matriarch. So it doesn't have any stopper or anything. You just open it up and you have the pigments. They are so shiny, you guys. Just look at it. And these, in fact, the quality is so good, they actually don't really need a stopper or anything, you know, because they are so finely milled and they kind of adhere well to each other. They don't, like, the pigments don't fly everywhere once you open them. They are good. So I'm just dipping in just a little bit. That's it. And this is a, let's see how, oh god, look at that. And I picked up a lot. I'm sad that I'm wasting, but you know, it's not really a waste. This is my first time actually swatching and looking at it, honestly. I just take a little bit and apply on the eyes, but this is my first time looking at it. That is the Matriarch. And that is just stunning. Just look at how reflective it is. And if I just had to just swatch it dry, it doesn't really adhere. I mean, I guess it adheres well. Yeah, I could have just done that too. So but I really wanted you guys to see how amazing these pigments are, really at the fullest. I think the fullest would be to use like a mixing medium, like where you get really foiled. So this is like in person it looks like a purple to green shift, but on my skin tone the purple doesn't really come through. It's more of a teal. It just looks teal and green. It's stunning, you guys. Like so wet looking. So that is the Matriarch. And then hang on, I'm just taking a look at my email confirmation. That's where I have my names. Then this is Master of Ghostly Fire. They do have some different sounding names. It's because it's like the exact translation. You know, they've just translated Russia like literally to English. So probably that's why it like kind of sounds different. So that is I think in this one you can see the purple shift. So that is Master of Ghostly Fire. Again, that's very reflective. I would consider, I know it kind of looks sheer. It's because it's like I have a little bit of water and just dipping my brush in. But if you use like a mixing medium or use like a perfectly sprayed like a Fix Plus, you know, because I'm just dipping my brush in and there's a lot of water, so it kind of is diluting the pigment, you know. But I would suggest instead of just using water, use like a spray where you don't like drench your brush, you know. You just want the tiniest bit of dampness in your brush. So that's why it kind of looks thin and like sheer, but otherwise they are really good. So the next is, oh wait, that's a lot of water. So next is Life Giving. So Life Giving is again like a duochrome. It's like very finely milled, like almost gold, but they have the slightest like light pink shift. Let me just show it to you. I don't know if you can see. There you go. Pink to gold. This is extremely finely milled. It's just I'm not like my brush is drenched, to be honest. That's why it's picking up a lot of product. That's why it looks lumpy. But as you can see, it is extremely finely milled. No, it doesn't look very chunky or anything, and very easy to use. So yeah, pink, you can see the pink, and then when I move, you can see the gold. So pink to gold, and that is, what is it called? Life Giving. Life Giving. And they have a lot of also, like, what's it called? Like small collections. This collection is all from Dragonblood. Actually, all of them are called from the collection called Dragonblood. They also have like mermaid, some mountain, something like that. I don't recall. Most of the colors that I was very interested in are from the Dragonblood collection, and this is actually called Dragon's Joy. This is almost similar to Life Giving, the previous one, but this is the pink in this is a lot more deeper and more magenta. So yeah, I would suggest get either or. You see, there's so much. I don't need so much, and I'm wasting it. I'm so sad I'm wasting it. Oh God. That's why you should never drench your brush in water. There you go. I mean, on camera it looks good because it's so wet, but if you were to do this when you're using on your eye, it'll just look a little crazy and lumpy, you know. So this is almost similar. You can buy either, if you like colors like this, pink to gold shifts, you can either buy Life Giving if you want like a very, very baby pink shift, or you can go with Dragon's Joy, where it's more of like a darker pink. As you can see, again, the pink to gold is pretty good. So next we have 3 more to go. We have Passionate Lover, which is actually like a magenta shade. And it's beautiful, like a fiery pink to copper kind of a shade, you guys. It's very beautiful. Look at how intense that is. That is even more darker. More like a fuchsia to copper shift. It's really good. It's a beautiful color. And let me quickly show it to you again. So finely milled, very, very finely milled, beautiful colors. And this is my favorite, absolute favorite. And what is this called? Hang on. This is called Boss. This is just called Boss. Let's see how that is. What am I saying? This for some reason has this kind of a stopper. I'm not sure why. Hang on. I'm not sure why really, because it doesn't fly everywhere. It's a good product. I just want to take it out. But the problem with like the stopper like this, once you've finished using and you still have product left, it's a little hard to put it back. You know? It's a beautiful, beautiful blue, you guys. It's very, 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 very reflective and stunning. I totally enjoy using this product. It's just stunning. It's called Boss. So that is Boss. And finally we have Huntress on Gold Dragon. Yeah, Huntress on Gold Dragon. And this is a color I have in the center of my eyelids. This color now all of the colors looked very, very true to color with respect to how reflective it looked online, and the colors and everything, and how they look in the packaging in these little pots. They look exactly the same as they were photographed on the Etsy store. But this one looked a little different. Yeah. This looked so beautifully green, like an olive green, and like an antique olivey green, but it just, on my skin, I think it's just my skin tone and my undertone, it just looks like a regular gold. I don't know, you guys. It just looks like a regular gold. So I don't know. I kind of regret getting this because I could have gotten some other color entirely. So yeah, on my skin tone it just looks gold, but in the pan it looks very green. Do you see how beautiful that is? It's an olive green. Wait, olivey antique green or antique olivey green, but on my skin tone it just looks gold. That's a little disappointing. This is the color I have in the center of the eyelids. I use like a mixing medium. Honestly, I have transitioned from just wetting my brush with Fix Plus or water to just using mixing medium all the time. It's as easy as using a Fix Plus or anything, to be honest. If you ask me, just get a Maron mixing medium, and they're just the easiest things to use, you guys, and the results are really amazing, like significantly amazing. So yeah, those are the swatches of all of the 7 pigments that I got, and I am already preparing my cart on an Etsy store. It's Sigil Inspired. I'm ready to make, I'm not exactly ready because, as I said, there's like a $5 shipping price with each and everything. So I'm picking and choosing them extremely carefully, so it'll take some time for me to decide what my next shopping cart is going to look like. But I've already started the process. I'm very, very happy. They, as you can see, they are very reflective. They are on par with inglot pigments, you guys. I'm telling you, they are on par with inglot pigments. Look at how wet looking these are. These two are actually finely milled, very finely milled, and they have like a more of a metallic finish, but these are like that wet looking, crazy, reflective and glittery finish. So yes, absolutely, I love them. Yes, it's like a, if you buy it in the full size, it's like $7 plus $5, but if you buy it in like the half size, which is 1 gram, it's just $4 plus $5. Yes, but still it is way less than inglot pigments, you guys. Still, it's really good, and the shipping is, and the customer service is very good, probably because it's more like I don't feel it's like a very small brand. It's just unknown here in the States, but from what I see on their Instagram page, they are very well known in Moscow, in Russia, and they have good service. So if you like pigments, if you want to just give it a try, definitely take a look at these Tammy Tanuka pigments. I love them, really, I absolutely love them. And Inglot doesn't have a lot of pigments. You know, they're amazing and they're incredibly good quality, but not a lot. They really need to come out with a lot. And Sigil Inspired, let's call it Sigil Inspired because that's a brand. Sigil Inspired has so many. Just go through them. You will not have the time and patience to go through them. That's how many they have, guys. So yeah, absolutely 2 thumbs up for this brand, and I will buy from them absolutely again and again. What else? I think that's it. I think I covered all the little details in the beginning of the video. I don't want to repeat them because there's a lot. So I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Thank you so much if you stuck till the end. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. It makes me feel very special, and please do subscribe. It means a lot. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it. And what else? I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.